Are you struggling to leave a good impression on women? A lot of men want a girl they really like to think about them when they're not together. The question is that even possible? Making someone think about you and miss your presence is fairly easy if you do everything right. Leaving a good impression and hitting that sweet spot can have even the uninterested people interested in you. You must be wondering how you do that. Well, in this video, we'll be talking about how to make any woman miss you badly, even if she's not interested. Step 1. Be the busy person. An important thing is that you want to avoid being available every minute of the day. When she texts you, you'd want to respond every few minutes or hours later. Remember, don't purposely reply later because that'll come off as rude. If she asks to meet, mention how you're preoccupied with your job or work. Not only is being a busy person an attractive quality, but it will also have her craving your presence. Your absence can leave a very strong impact on people's lives, whether they're a friend or a romantic interest. It's best to be a busy person rather than someone she thinks is unemployed and available all the time. Picture yourself talking to a woman and you're replying to her text minutes after she sends them, or going to every gathering or event she's in. Wouldn't that come off as a little desperate? What you could do is do whatever you did in your free time before you met this girl. Devote your time to your job or hang out with your other friends. Live as if your life doesn't revolve around this girl. Just keep yourself busy throughout the day. This step is somewhat similar to the next one, which is all about how you manage your time and how you use the internet. Step 2. Manage social media wisely. In this era of technology, literally everything is on the internet. Your phone, your computer, your tablet, heck, even your smartwatch. So what do you need to do with these things when a woman is involved? Limiting your social media use is key. Stop doom scrolling and sending her TikToks and Instagram reels all day. This will make her think you have nothing better to do. She won't be missing you because, at this point, you'll just be a bother. Think of 2 scenarios. One in which you're constantly posting online, texting her, posting stories, and telling everyone about your life. The other scenario is you barely having a presence on social media, not texting her, and keeping your life a secret. Which one do you think would have her thinking about you? The answer's simple, and it leads to a trait that women just love. Step 3. Be mysterious. Now this is a little difficult to achieve. You can't force yourself to be mysterious or have a mysterious aura, because then she'll be even more uninterested. The key to being mysterious is to embrace unpredictability. Don't fall into predictable patterns and routines that make you seem boring or easy to read. This can be done by creating distance, doing your own thing, and updating her with some of the most random things about your life. Say you go off the grid for a few days, and you come back telling her you went skydiving or went camping with friends for the night. She'll think you're a mysterious person who does things on a whim and makes conversations much more interesting. It's a bonus win. Apart from that, don't share every minor detail about your life. In most cases, men want women to think about them and crave their presence in the first few stages of the relationship. If you give her your entire life story right at the beginning, she won't want to know more about your life and seem very uninterested. Your predictable nature and the fact that she knows a lot about you already with nothing more to know leaves her without wanting to think of you. So how do you fix this? You hold back on a couple of details. This can mean telling a really good story, leaving key points that would leave her asking more questions and details. This is when you say you'll tell her about the rest of the story later. You're building suspense and mystery, which is exactly what you need to be doing. There are other ways to be mysterious, and the next few steps will tell you just how. Step 4. Be spontaneous. This is exactly what the definition implies. Women don't want boring interactions and predictable dates. Everyone wants a little excitement in their lives, and being a spontaneous person is just that. If you choose to be someone who lacks a sense of spontaneity and adventure, she won't have anything to look forward to when meeting you. This makes her want you less. The thought of you would bore her, and she won't have any reason to think of starting a conversation or asking to meet because she knows it'll be the same old again. Now, if you are wild with your plans, go from one place to another, or surprise her with something small, everything will change. Think of a potential date with a girl. Now imagine following the same order of events as your previous outings. Walking, lunch, and that's it. Doesn't sound too exciting, huh? You can do something out of the ordinary, like explore an area you're not familiar with, or take an extra long route to get to your destination. This may seem like a waste of time at first, but you have more time together and room to make memories. Kind of hard to maintain this with being mysterious, but it all comes down to giving your utmost attention and devotion to the time you spend with her. Make her feel like the special one, and you'll be the first she thinks of in the morning, and the last one to think of before going to bed. There are so many other ways how to be spontaneous, mysterious, and an overall lively person. The next trick is bound to have her thinking of you, especially if she's not interested. Step 5. Get her gifts. Gift giving is a lost art that needs to make its revival. What better way than getting her a bouquet of flowers, or even a single rose on one of your outings? Women absolutely adore receiving flowers. It has something to do with the psychology behind it. The color and smell of flowers puts anyone in a good mood, male or female. But imagine a woman having a rose or a nice set of flowers on her desk. What does that mean? Every time she looks at her table, she'll be thinking about you. See, if a woman is completely uninterested in you, she won't say no to flowers, and they'll be on her table when she gets home. Imagine the least interested person that you're trying to talk to looking at those flowers and smiling because you got them for her. Isn't that great? The flowers don't even have to be fancy. You can even take a pretty one off a garden or a park while you're on a stroll with her. That adds to the unpredictability and your spontaneous personality. You'll be the guy who took a flower for her because she's deserving of one. This will have her thinking of you with a smile on her face in no time. But here's the tricky bit. You need to time this very well. You can't get her flowers for the first time too late down the road, and not too early either. Find a midpoint, and it'll be thoughtful, romantic, and something for her to think about when she gets home. Oh, and you'll obviously need to be dressed well, which brings us to the next step. Step 6. Look different. You need to be your own true self to stand out from the crowd and have her thinking about you. Be unique. Try different styles when it comes to clothes. Do something different with your hair. If you're really into this woman and want her to think about you, you need to make some massive changes. If you dress differently, she'll notice your unique taste and have something to think about the next day. But if you dress like you just got out of bed, she'll have something to think about too, just not in a good way. Going overboard with your clothes wouldn't be the best idea either. You don't want to wear a tuxedo when you're going out for coffee, now would you? Google different styles and things that compliment you as a person. If you dress casually and just like everyone else, she'll think you're just like everyone else too. Let's take a look at an example. Alex here is dressed in a plain t-shirt, shorts, and sneakers on his first date. John, on the other hand, blended casual and formal, wore full pants. And even though he's wearing sneakers too, it's going well with the rest of the outfit. This shows that John put effort into what he's doing, and it won't go unnoticed by the girl, even if she wasn't interested in him in the first place. Oh, and don't forget the nice perfume too. You'll be surprised to see how long women think of your lingering scent when you're gone. Now the last step is probably the most important one, so get ready to grab that girl's attention in no time. Step 7. Be interesting. While you're maintaining your mysterious presence in her life, it's important to be a true, genuine, and interesting person too. Develop an emotional connection with her and show interest in what she has to say by asking questions and talking about it even more. You'll find this hard to believe, but a lot of guys don't give any attention to the women they're with. Have deep conversations with her too, the ones that she'll remember and want to talk about again. This means that she's been thinking about the conversations you had with her, and she wants more. She misses talking to you, and because you're so busy, she'll have to think about you until you're available again. Try talking about what she wants to do in the future, what her goals are, what she thinks of a certain music artist. Literally anything works. These are all very doable, and you're bound to get a positive response because you never know what topic she's most excited about. Follow all the steps in this video, and that woman will be sending you telepathic signals because she misses you so much. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. See you in the next video.